This is the end of the first week in February here in the west of Ireland. And as you can see, there's lots of colour in the garden. I think as the winter ends and the spring approaches and the sap starts to rise, a lot of the trees, the stems of the trees seem to get quite coloured. And especially when you look at the willow, which there's a predominance of here in this garden. The garden stretches for 3 acres. And right down as far as that cottage that you can see, that's the road down there. And looking back up this way, there's the cottage. The cottage is set back almost at the back of the 3 acres. And there's a rectangle shape to the 3 acres, so it stretches over that way and then down to the road. Now it's been very mild, it's been a very mild winter. We haven't had severe colds. We've had cold stretches that have lasted for a few days. The ground is incredibly wet. We've had a lot of rain, very heavy rain. But you can see the signs of life now coming up. This is the crocosmia. And that comes out with those beautiful orange flowers. That's Crocosmia montbretia. And that's become acclimatised in Ireland and has become almost like a wild flower in Ireland. That with the fuchsia. I think both of them came originally from South Africa. We've got the orange on the willow, the orange and yellow and lime green, the green on the bamboo. We have the red here on the dogwood. So even at the end of winter, beginning of spring, you have a lot of colour in a permaculture garden due to the fact that in permaculture we plant intensely. We plant to protect the soil and we plant for wildlife and birds and for food, just for every aspect of life. Now if you look down here you can see what is the wild geranium. Now the geranium that you think is called geranium is actually pelargonium. This is the real geranium and this is a perennial and it comes up every year. There's more crocosmia over there, and down here we have daffodils and more geranium. So that makes a really good ground cover. And we've got the buds here on the ribes. They should be opening up to big pink droplets of flowers in the next couple of weeks. Now I'll just show you up here what I've been doing. I've bought some more fruit trees. You can see them there. So I've got a cherry and an apple and I think a pear. And I've been preparing a bed for them. And I'll show you just how I've done it. It's very simple. You can see here in these potager beds, the garlic coming up. Just walking around the back of the cottage. And we go up these steps. This little area has been left to go quite wild over the past couple of years. I did have hens up here. So what I've been doing, rather than even trying to get rid of the grass, and a lot of it is couch grass, which is very invasive. Some friends of mine, Terry and Lol, thank you very much, from Connemara, brought me up seaweed and cardboard. And what I've been doing is I've been laying the cardboard down, the seaweed on top. And I'm going to do this right across this area and just leave a path in between. And then I'm going to plant the fruit trees into the area. You can see there's one here already. This is a little apple tree. And once the fruit trees are planted in, then I'll underplant the area around them with black currants and herbs. So we'll have a whole range of perennial herbs. And you can see, looking back in the area, there's been a little bit planted there. See some yucca and beech. And that's where the hen house is. I'm not too sure if I'm going to get hens now because I've become vegan. So I really don't use eggs that much. But I may get a couple just as pets and maybe sell the eggs. So I'll post another video during the week to let you know how we're getting on with this project. Have a lovely day, everybody.